All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back into WFSB Plus. Channel 3 First Alert Meteorologist Tyler Hughes here alongside Cassidy Williams. And the snow is continuing to fall out there.
Yeah, what's been the changes in the last hour? Are we getting heavier?
Yes, we've started to see some heavier snow work. And really, that's been the trend over the last couple of hours. So there haven't been a lot of significant changes, although we did get some new data in. I'll show you that. And we got some new photos in from the First Alert weather app.
Awesome.
So I'll
Some
show
more
you that as
snowmen?
well. You what?
More snowmen?
More snowmen.
Nice.
Which is awesome. We were talking earlier on about how this is really good snowman snow because it's sort of a heavy, wet snow as opposed to the light, fluffy snow that you can't really make into a snowball.
And I learned earlier, as you explained, it's because the temperatures are a little warmer.
Exactly. As
we
opposed
have
to
better-
if we had temperatures in the 20s, you wouldn't be able to make that snowman. But all right, let's go ahead and check out the latest on First Alert Live Doppler radar. This is the wide view. So this is the low resolution, but wide out view. And you can really see our entire storm here, now encompassing all of southern New England, most of New England in general. You can also see the backside of the precipitation right now. Whoops, I didn't want to get to that just yet.
The snowman's like, it is my time.
I know. The snowmen wanted to come up, but what I wanted to do is annotate and show. You can see where the snowfall is ending right now across portions of upstate New York, New Jersey, and that is slowly but surely making its way into our area. We've been talking about around midnight or so, things will begin to lighten up, and certainly that is looking on track at the moment with what we're seeing right now. What we can do, though, is we can take this wide shot and instead we can zoom in and we'll look at First Alert Live Doppler radar. This is a loop over the last hour or so. Now, it appears that the snow is lightening up on radar when you look toward the southwest part of the state, toward western Litchfield and Fairfield counties. But let's take, for example, our Waterbury iCam. I know it's not really showing that it's on the side there, but let's take the Waterbury iCam. You can see there's still a little bit of snow out there. It's lightening up, certainly.
The roads look kind of slick, too, in that shot.
And the roads look kind of slick. So even as we pick up on some of these holes in radar, the snow really in earnest won't begin to lighten up until the next couple of hours. And then we'll gradually see an improvement trend after that. But even then, after the snow moves out tonight, temperatures are going to be below freezing. That's going to lead to some slick conditions and things like that.
So you said, like, the snow's been getting heavier. Is this the peak of the storm right now, and then we're going to start going the other way? Yes,
this is probably about the peak of the snowfall, especially in the eastern part of the state. In western Connecticut, it's entirely possible that it's already peaked and that we're slowly coming down from that. So we'll continue to keep an eye on it. I can show you right now, actually, without looping. This is the live view from First Alert Live radar showing some of that lightening up. And we can also take, traffic cams and things and look in a few minutes. But this was the new information that I gathered together that I wanted to kind of show off here, which is, hasn't it felt like it's been snowing a lot the last couple of weeks, right?
More than the last couple of years in Connecticut, for sure.
Last year we did not have much snow at all.
Yeah.
So it's certainly been a bit snowier than it was last year, say, but actually we've had about 15.6 inches of snow as of 4 o'clock today at Bradley Airport, which is our Hartford area climate monitoring station. And in Bridgeport out at the airport, we've actually gotten more snow this winter. We've got just over 16 inches there. The real difference, though, is how that compares to average, right? Typically, Bridgeport gets less snow than Bradley because they're right on the water. Typically, when you're right on the water, Long Island Sound, that makes things a little bit warmer, and that can lead to a little bit less snow, right? Well, they're over 5 inches above average where they should be this time of year. In contrast, the Hartford area is close to 5 inches below average.
I wonder if it feels like we've gotten more snow this year, because I know the last snowstorm we got, the snow stuck around for a while. It took a while to hit, and this snow is going to stick around for a while because of the cold. So you're seeing snow so much because it's stayed.
And that's a good point. And like you said, it happened with the last storm where it stuck around the snowpack for at least a few days. And that's going to be the same. I mean, the snow that fell really over the weekend is going to stick around for the foreseeable future. with temperatures below average this week, really until Thursday. We're staying below average. So I promised snowman photos. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
These are super cute. Here's the first one. This is from Courtney. I love the multicolored buttons on this snowman.
Yeah.
It's also got little eyebrows, like the attention to detail.
Yeah, it looks
Really
pretty
great
big
on
too.
this. And yeah, oh yeah, it looks like a decent sized snowman. And here's another photo we got. This one's from Jen in Bristol.
Oh, that's a cute one.
I know, her daughter. Do you think she made that snowman?
She did it all by herself. What are you talking about?
Exactly. That looks phenomenal work there. And thank you so much, Jen, for sharing that. I love the hat and the scarf and all that.
I know. I kind of wanted to take my daughter out into the snow today.
Has she been playing out in the snow yet?
No, because part of me, I just wanted to see her in the snowsuit I have for her because I just thought it would look cute.
Mm-hmm.
But she's so young. She's only 4 months. That
Oh,
she
okay.
wouldn't she can't even sit up by herself.
So she wouldn't really appreciate the
No,
snow
she
in
would
the
just
same
be
way.
cold and wet and get mad. So I was
Didn't
like,
want to go back inside.
we'll stay inside today.
I think next winter
Next
will be her
winter she'll
time
be,
for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go on a tour of some iCams, shall
Okay.
we? Let's do it. We'll start off in Windsor Locks out at Bradley Airport right now. 31 degrees there. And it looks like the visibility is being significantly obstructed by some snow. Usually, the litmus test I use with this iCam is the lights out on the ramp there. And you can see the snow is falling in the lights.
Mm-hmm.
And that means that it's coming down there at Bradley Airport. New London, look at this.
Wow.
Some fat flakes falling in New London right now. This, another trend that we've been talking about all night is how the eastern part of the state will get a bit more accumulation than the western half of Connecticut. And this is certainly a trend we're seeing in New London. The ferry dock here, we saw accumulation develop there relatively quickly. Within the first hour that we were doing the streams, we were seeing accumulation there on our iCam in New London. So certainly interesting that the flakes are still flying well there. And it's the same story in Mystic. We got a car driving over the bridge there, but it's coming down pretty good in Mystic. And the bridge even has a little bit of accumulation on it as well. So you can
Bridges
imagine
always get slick first. So
bridges always freeze first and they always get slick first. And meteorologist Mike Slifer had a great explainer on that on First Alert Weather Extra on Friday.
something to do with the air going underneath.
It does.
Right? Yeah.
And so what happens is when you have a bridge, right, when you don't have a bridge, think about it this way first. There's cold air on top of the road, right? But when you do have a bridge, there's cold air on top and going across the bottom as well, so it cools twice as fast. And that's why you see that bridges freeze a lot faster than a normal roadways. We'll continue with our little tour in Middletown right now, showing very low visibility there. And we can actually pull up the visibility map and show you that across the board, visibility is down below 3 miles or so. And that's indicative of the fact that even though it might not be picked up quite on radar, especially the farther away you get from the radar site. Let's pull up radar. Let's talk about that for a second. Because it looks like all this dry air is working in, right? But notice it's all farther away from the radar. What happens is the farther away the beam gets from the radar, the higher up it's actually looking in the atmosphere. So it's at an angle. So sometimes it's totally overshooting the snow that we're seeing in the low elevations. And visibility is a good way of looking and saying it's probably still either snowing or at least it's foggy and visibility is low in some of these locations. So
do you still think it's snowing in most of the state?
yes, it's likely still snowing in most of the state. Maybe a brief lull in the action right now in parts of Fairfield County, but the rest of the state right now, it is snowing. Take you to Hartford on our iCam, showing the snow there. The city lights look nice this time of the night. Temperature around freezing.
It almost looks foggy.
It does, and that's the little snowflakes in the air, right, that are obstructing visibility. New Haven coming down pretty good. It looks like it's maybe a few snowflakes have fallen on our camera lens
slick
there.
there too.
And they look like there's been some accumulation on those roads as well. So
Definitely
especially
we took this iCam during our 6 p.m. show, and you could see the road clear.
right.
So there's been a big change since then.
And the thing about this too is we look a lot, and we can show the highway traffic cams too in a little bit, but the highway traffic cams generally look a little bit better because they've been treated throughout the day. It's a lot more traveled. when you have more of the secondary roadways, even in a city like New Haven, sometimes that can lend itself to more accumulation. We'll go to Torrington right now. Looks like maybe some light snow there in Torrington. And perhaps that's what's going on across the western part of the state right now, is we're beginning to see some lighter snow falling.
Those cars, do you think they've been there all day and haven't been cleared off? Or
Oh,
do you think that's
yeah.
off?
That looks like they've been there all day. And I wonder where our friend is. So we have do you know about our friend on the Torrington ICAM?
No.
We named her Piper. Piper is a peregrine falcon
Oh.
that likes to camp out like right there on the little, I don't even know what that is, on top of a building. But so sometimes we get Piper the peregrine falcon that likes to hang out on our Torrington ICAM.
Do you know what that parking lot is in the Torrington?
I have no
ICAM?
idea.
Of why the cars have been there all day?
I don't know.
No.
That's a great question.
Maybe people just stayed inside all day. I mean, I don't blame them.
And I don't blame them either. In my apartment parking lot, there were a lot of cars that
Yeah.
everybody had just stayed inside and had a snow day in. And can you blame them?
No, but
Absolutely not.
would it be better to clean your car off before? Is it going to be harder to clean it off tomorrow because will stuff freeze and make it heavier? Or
I don't think that will be a significant factor because we're not going to see any icing
Okay.
as a result of this event. You know, sometimes when you see it change over to freezing rain at the end, you get this like icy glaze, and I think that's what you're talking about. We're not going to see that sort of changeover, so it's unlikely that that would cause any major impacts.
so they can wait till tomorrow morning.
Exactly. They can wait till tomorrow morning. Enjoy a nice cup of hot cocoa tonight. How about that? And there's our Rocky Hill ICAM right now. So let's take a look and show you what to expect over the next couple of hours here really quickly. Notice by midnight, it's still snowing, but we're starting to see some pockets of drier air working in. Things are lightening up across the state. By 2, 3 a.m., most of the state is dried out. And by the time you wake up tomorrow for MLK Day, maybe just a couple of spotty showers, snow showers, that is, around. Temperatures will be a bit cooler, though. We're looking at temperatures in the 20s to start tomorrow around daybreak. Eventually, by the afternoon, lots of sunshine around. We'll climb up to around the freezing mark once again. And then later in the afternoon, early in the evening, there's the chance of just a couple spotty snow flurries. Most of us will stay dry, but want to give you the first alert. Don't be surprised if you see any snowflakes during the day tomorrow. But then, the temperatures, they tank heading into Tuesday. And so Tuesday and Wednesday are first alert weather days. And you can see bitterly cold and breezy. Tuesday highs are only in the low 20s. Wednesday highs get up into the middle and upper 20s, but the breeze will still make it feel colder. And so
When you wake up in the morning, what's the temperature going to be like?
check this out. This is now. Let's fast forward a little bit. Oh,
I actually didn't know you were going to bring this up next. That looked
I
like it was
can bring
planned.
up whatever we want. Let's go to Tuesday at 7 a.m., shall we? Oh, this is the air temperature. Okay, so this is the air temperature, right? So it is going to be 13 degrees Tuesday morning in Hartford
Wow.
and 9 in Torrington. But it's not going to feel like that, right? 7, there we go. It's going to be at or below 0 for feels like temperatures. Yeah, that's rough, isn't it? So just plan ahead. Tuesday and Wednesday are, as a result, first alert weather days. We want to let you know that those morning wind chills are going to be below 0 in some places. And so if you're sending the kids out to the bus stop, maybe keep them inside the car for as long as possible, right?
So gloves, hat, all that. You do have
Exactly.
gloves, right?
What?
You do own gloves, right?
Yeah, I own gloves. Well,
Because during the 6th when you were outside and you weren't wearing gloves, I was like, where are your gloves?
Oh,
I was
well,
a
I
little
mean-
concerned. You looked cold.
oh, thank you for your concern. The nice thing is, and for those of you who haven't seen, we have this little outdoor studio that we can do these
Yeah.
hits from, and it's fun when it's snowing to go out there and do a quick hit at the beginning of the newscast and show you what's
Yeah.
going on outside our studios. The good news is you only have to be out there for like 3 to 5 minutes to get that hit in, so I wasn't that cold.
Okay. All right. Maybe
I'm
it's because I'm
glad
a
I had
mom
my-
now. I was like, where are his gloves?
I'm glad I had my puffer jacket on, but
Yeah.
I do own gloves.
Okay,
I break
good.
them out when we do the full, like when they send me out.
Yeah.
Like the first winter storm this season, I was up in Litchfield County in Norfolk, and I had the gloves, the hat, the scarf, everything.
Did you bring multiple pairs?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Multiple pairs of socks,
Yeah.
you name it. Layering is the name of the game.
That's the key to snow coverage, because your first hat or your first set of gloves will get wet.
True,
and just,
very
like,
true.
Miserable. So you always want to have the backup.
All right. Well, I think that's a good place to wrap things up for now. We'll come back with another live update at 10 o'clock. So just under 45 minutes from now, we'll have another update what's going on snow-wise. And then we'll be back for Eyewitness News at 11. So that's going to be a full half hour news, weather, and sports. Very exciting for us Pats fans out there.
Yeah. I'm not a Patriots fan.
Sorry for your loss, Cassidy, last week. She's a Steelers fan.
Yeah, not our year, but
it's okay.
We'll see.
It's rebuilding from here for you guys, huh?
Yeah, the Patriots aren't as hateable now. With, Drake miss. So it's okay.
There you go. All right. Well, excited for the Pats. Had a fun snow game today, and we'll see all those highlights with Dan coming up at 11. So we'll see you in less than 45 minutes for another stream right here on WFSB Plus. For now, enjoy the snow and have a great evening.